So we just tap on this and boom, just like that, we can play our GBA games on our device. No jailbreak required. This application will never revoke. How cool is that? Welcome everyone, I would like to show you how to download GBA for iOS on your iOS 15, iOS 14 and iOS 13, iPhone, iPad and iPod Touch. So let me show you for this tutorial. If I go to the About Pages settings, I'm running software version 14.6. Just make sure you're running software version 13.0 and newer. In order to download GBA for iOS onto our device, you will most likely need a computer. There is a no computer method we will try in this video. However, most of the time when you're watching this tutorial, the no computer method will not work because Apple patches it very quickly. However, the computer method works 100% of the time. So if you're watching this tutorial and you don't have a computer and the no computer method tutorial is not working for you, I recommend either borrowing a computer from a friend or going to a store which has display computers available, as they will work to download GBA for iOS onto our device. So with that being said, let's get started with the tutorial. To get this tutorial started, I want you to head over to the link which will be in the description, or you can head over to emulator.page. The first thing you may notice is this doesn't look like the GBA for iOS icon. This is because GBA for iOS a couple of years ago was re-released under the name of Delta Emulator. Delta Emulator is just GBA for iOS but with more features, so just keep that in mind. So I want you to tap on Get, and if you're redirected to any other page, just close out the redirect and just tap on Get again. We just want to find the install pop-up. You can see Delta. We're just going to tap on install, and this is the no computer method. Again, most of the time this method will not work for you, which is why I said at the beginning you will most likely need a computer. However, it's always worth a shot to try the no computer method to see if it works. So you can see the no computer way failed to install. This means we will need to get access to a computer. If the no computer method did work for you, skip to the timestamp you see right above my index finger. However, if you're in a situation where you have no computer and you have no way to get access to a computer and Delta fails to install via the no computer method, the only option you have left is buying Signaless. Signaless is a paid service. However, you'll be able to download Delta, no jailbreak, no computer and no revoke. But again, it's a paid service. So if you want to get Delta Emulator on your phone and play GBA games, it will give you a year subscription. Then you will have to use Signaless. That will be in the description down below. However, if we do have the computer, what we're going to do is we're just going to tap on the IPA download right here. And we just want to download the delta.ipa. So you see this pop-up, we'll just tap on the blue download and then Delta should install onto our device. Once we've done this, we will need to set up AltStore onto our phone. AltStore requires a computer in order to set up. Once we've done the setup, no computer is required. So I'm going to move to my computer right now and I'm going to show you how to set up AltStore onto your device. On the computer, if you're running Windows, we have some preliminary steps we need to follow. So first of all, I want you to open up the Microsoft Store, search up for iTunes, and make sure that if you have this version of iTunes installed on your computer, delete it. So if you don't see a get button here and you see an open button, just make sure this version is deleted. Next, I want you to go to the AltStore page, will be in the description, and I want you to click on the FAQ in a new tab. Once we are on the FAQ, we have two downloads. First of all, download the latest version of iTunes directly from Apple and the latest version of iCloud directly from Apple. So we'll right click, open a new tab for iTunes, and you can see download the latest version, but it says from the Microsoft Store, so we need to fix this. So we're just going to scroll down until we see looking for other versions, Windows, and then download iTunes for Windows now, 64-bit. We click on this one and then we wait for this to download. Next, we're going to go and we're going to download the latest version of iCloud. So right click, open a new tab, and it'll bring you to the Apple support page where we have the iCloud download for Windows. Once you're on this page, we need to right click this here, download iCloud for Windows on Apple's website. It does say for Windows 7 and 8. However, I'm on Windows 10. This works no issues. If you're running any other future Windows, it will also be good. So just right click this, click on copy link address, and then paste this in the new tab. For some reason, the iCloud download will not start if you either just click on it. You see if I click on it, it doesn't do anything. Or if I right click, open a new tab, it still won't do anything either. I have absolutely no idea why this is the case. However, it is what it is. So we'll just need to wait for the iTunes download to finish, the iCloud download to finish, and then I'll show you the next steps. Once iTunes and iCloud have installed, you just need to set them up. So we'll just load up iTunes. Because I've already installed iTunes, it's giving me the option to repair or remove. For you, you would install it for the first time. So just click on next, press yes on any pop-ups you see, and then install iTunes on your computer. And then next we need to download iCloud. We need to accept the terms of agreement, install, press yes on any pop-up you may see, and then just wait for this process to complete. Press yes on any other pop-ups you see as well. Now iCloud wants us to restart our computer. I recommend you install both iTunes and iCloud before you do the restart. So I'm just going to click on no, then we restart the computer. If you do not restart the computer, AltStore will give you an invalid anisette data error, so it's not an optional thing. Do you want to restart? It is you restart to get AltStore working, you don't restart to get AltStore not working. So I'm going to restart, and then I'm going to be back for the next steps. Alright, I've just restarted my computer. If you get this iCloud pop-up, just click on cancel, make sure iCloud is still open in the tray, and let's proceed with the next steps. So back on the AltStore website, you either click on macOS or Windows. So on Windows, I'm just going to click this. You're going to see the altinstaller.zip is going to download. On macOS, you just click on the macOS download, and if you have this pop-up, just click on save file. Okay, and then you can see altserver.zip is downloading. I'm going to click on it right here. On Windows, you'll see this page. Click on extract all, and then just click on extract. And once it's done, now we have altinstaller and setup. On macOS, once the .zip has installed, just click on it, and then you should see the alt server icon right here. Just drag this into applications, click on applications, then you want to find alt server, should be at the top. Right click, open, then for the first time you're going to see alt server is an app downloaded from the internet. Click on open, and then you should see alt server has just been loaded up right here. For Windows, we want to double click the setup, and then we'll click on next, just me, next, yes to any pop-ups you see, and then close to exit. Now we need to load up the alt server application, and then we can proceed with the next step. So I'm just going to open this up, and if you see this pop-up, click on allow access, and then you should see alt server in your system tray. If you don't, click on the view more option, and it should be right here. Before we install AltStore onto our device, we need to do a bit of setup. So I want you to open up iTunes on Windows or Finder on macOS, and then you want to connect your iPhone to the computer or your iPad or your iPod Touch. And you should see it right here. We're going to click on this, and what I want you to do is I want you to scroll down, and you see this option, sync with this iPhone over Wi-Fi. You don't have to turn this on, but what this means is AltStore will communicate with your phone over Wi-Fi, so you do not need to plug it into the computer. This will be very useful later in the tutorial. Again, you don't have to turn it on, but I recommend you do. So we will turn this option on, then we'll click on apply, and then done. On macOS, extra steps are required in order for AltStore to work. I want you to click on Alt Server, then I want you to find Install Mail Plugin. Click on this, Install Mail Plugin, maybe ask to enter in the passcode, just enter that one in, and then Mail Plugin installed. Okay, make sure that you reload the mail application. So if you see a blue dot like I do, right click, quit mail, then load up mail again, and once mail is opened up, you should see right here mail. Click on mail, preferences, and then we see right here manage plugins. We click on this one, and we see alt plugin not mail bundle. Click on this, apply and restart mail, and now the mail application will restart. The mail application must stay open while you use alt server. So if you're in a situation where that does sound inconvenient, just minimize the mail application, and as long as you just keep it that way, things will be perfectly fine when using alt server. Now what I want you to do is I want you to find AltStore, click on it, install AltStore, and then you should see your iPhone right here. So I'm going to click on my iPhone, and now we need to enter in our Apple ID and password. Now this is used in order to connect with Apple server and generate a free certificate which you can sideload onto your phone. However, if you do not trust AltStore, you may think that it's taking your login details. The app is open source, so it's completely safe. If you are in a situation where you still don't trust AltStore, you can create a brand new Apple ID. The link to do that is in the description. Just follow the step. Another thing as well is not all Apple IDs will support AltStore. I think if you are under the age of 18 on your Apple ID, this may not work. If you have family sharing on, this may not work. So if you are in a situation where you get any error which isn't the invalid anisette data error which I explained earlier, which you can fix, then what I recommend you do is you create a brand new Apple ID as well with the link in the description. It's Apple's official page, nice and easy. So I'm going to do that personally, and then I'm going to come back and enter in my login details. If you have installed AltStore on another device before, or you Cydia Impactor, you'll see this pop-up saying AltStore already installed on another device. Just click on continue, and just wait for AltStore to install. So you can see it right here, installing AltStore to iPhone. You may be also asked to enter in your two-factor authentication code. If you are, just enter that one in. So we'll just wait for this to complete, and you can see installation succeeded. AltStore was successfully installed on iPhone, and now if you did turn on Wi-Fi sync, you do not need to have your iPhone plugged into the computer anymore. So I'm just going to unplug it, and I'm going to show you the next steps. Alright guys, so back on my phone, when we try and open up the app we sideloaded, either AltStore or the No Computer application from earlier, we're going to get this pop-up. It says Untrusted Developer. So to fix this, you need to follow the following steps. Open up Settings, then you want to navigate until you see General. Then I want you to find Device Management. You should see either Developer App or Enterprise App, and then just tap on this one. And then you just want to tap on Trust again, and now you should be able to open up either AltStore or your sideloaded app. So if you were able to use the No Computer method, skip to the next timestamp you see in the description. Otherwise, let's open up AltStore and set it up. So we're going to open up AltStore, and you see this prompt. You must tap on OK, because this is the only way for AltStore to communicate with AltServer. We're also going to enable notifications. Then we're going to tap on Settings, and we want to sign in with our Apple ID again. Make sure this is the same Apple ID as before. If you get the pop-up I just saw, could not find AltServer, I want you to go back into Settings and make sure your Wi-Fi network on your phone is the exact same as it is on your computer. If you are still having issues, you will need to plug in your iPhone to the computer. I think I'm going to have to do that, so I'm just going to do that right now. Now my iPhone is plugged in, let's try again. So I'm going to tap on AltStore, sign in with Apple ID, and this time it's going to work. So I want you to enter in your Apple ID and password you used to download AltStore earlier. Then we see here how it works. Just tap on, got it. And now you should see your name, your email, and your type. If your type is a free developer account, if we go to My Apps, you're going to see AltStore will expire in 7 days. This means every 7 days, you will need to tap on the refresh all apps. And if you don't do this in time, AltStore will break, Delta will also break. So if this is the case, then what you're going to have to do is just go back to AltStore, reinstall AltStore, and once you do this, Delta should start working again. So if you get revoked, you can unrevoke at any time, which is the best part about using AltStore. Of course, if you're using the No Computer method, if you get revoked, then you have to reinstall the app and you're going to lose your data. Well, this way, you do not lose your data at all. The next step is we need to sideload Delta onto our device. So we're going to open up the Files application, and we want to find the Delta IPA we downloaded earlier. So you can see it right here, and we just want to long press, then find Share, then you want to find AltStore, tap on this one, and then wait for the process to complete. If you needed to use a cable in order to sign in with your Apple ID, just use the cable again, and Delta should install without any issues. If you have any other issues installing Delta, just use the cable. It's always the most reliable way in order for AltStore to work properly. So we'll just give it a little bit, and there we go. Delta has just been sideloaded, and let's have a look. Does Delta open up successfully? Yes, it does. Before we move on to downloading games, I want you to long press on the home screen on any app, tap on Edit Home Screen, tap on Plus, and I want you to find the AltStore widget, because with this widget, it will let you know when your apps are going to expire. So currently it's black, so I'm just going to long press on this, Edit Widget, and we just want to choose the app in question. So we're going to choose Delta right here, which is the app in question, and it will let you know when this app expires. So hopefully this widget is going to work, but if it doesn't work, usually it does. Seems like for some reason this isn't working. I'm going to try restarting my phone and see if that fixes it. The restart did not fix the issue for me, however it should work for you. So the next step is we need to download games for Delta Emulator. Now the official way to get games is by dumping your physical copies of your games from your GBA and putting them onto your iPhone. Now I did this, and you will have to do the same. However, there are unofficial methods to get games onto your phone. So if you genuinely do not know of these unofficial methods, just check the comment section, and I'm sure someone may or may not be able to help you. So once we have our games downloaded, I want you to go back to the Files application, and you should see it right here. I want you to long press on your game, tap on Share, and then you want to find delta-for2tobox.io. We're going to tap on this one, and there we go. Pokemon Fire Red version has shown up right here. So we just tap on this, and boom, just like that, we can play our GBA games on our device. no jailbreak required, and this application will never revoke. How cool is that? So I mean, everything is fully working. If I press start, and there's also haptic feedback. If the audio isn't working, just make sure your mute switch is off and you have audio on. You can hear, yep, the audio is fully working. That's great. Now, if you tap on the menu, we have some options. So we can create a save state, we can load a save state, we can add cheat codes, we can add a fast forward option, so turn it on off. And we also have the hold up buttons option, where you just have Delta hold the button for you. If we tap on main menu and then settings, not search but settings, we now have some other options. So you can see controllers, you can add a controller here. Obviously you will need to pair that via Bluetooth, such as an Xbox Series X controller or something like that. And the touchscreen controller capacity, you can change this as well. You can also turn on and off the haptic feedback and Delta sync. If you use the no computer way of installing Delta, it will revoke and it will stop working. When it stops working, you will have to reinstall the application and lose all of your data. If you don't want this to happen, you will need to back up all of your data to the cloud via the Delta sync. Turn this on, select whichever service. I think you have Google Drive, Dropbox, and just save your files on to the cloud. You'll thank me later. And really, these are all the important settings we need to know about. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to resume the game, and you can see everything's fully working, no issues have occurred. So hopefully this video helped you out. If it did, make sure to smash like, subscribe if you're brand new. See you guys later. Bye bye.